No, no. We don't need no stinking script. Is this thing on? Anyways, I am Hair Tweet Cat. Thank you for tuning in. And I am just going to kind of go over one of my stocks that I just really believe in. I've done a ton of research. If you are an investor, as in you are investing towards in companies of the future, you're not a trader, you're not like a swing trader, you're not just kind of, trying to make a quick buck, uh, going, jumping in and out every week, but actually truly invest. I I am saying this with so much emotion behind it and just love. Do not, absolutely do not invest one penny into a stock until you have invested your time to do the proper research. I can't tell you how important that is. You need to read and read and read. That's why analysts get it wrong so often. They're spread so thin, there's no way that they can properly invest their time in all these stocks. There's so many stocks out there. So, not just stocks, but companies and the people that are making those companies. There's just so much data that's out there. And guess what? This company, Palantir, that's what they do. They organize data and build different, they have all these programs like Foundry and Apollo that can completely innovate companies. So I am invested in them quite heavily. I'm always running puts, cash secured puts on them because I want to buy more or get paid to buy more later. I'm running calls that are out of the money. So if they were to ever strike, I've made money. But until they do, I collect premium on my contracts until that happens. But you can only do that once you either have enough money to buy 100 shares as a put at a set price, or you're willing to buy them. So 707 right now, you buy $707 worth, then you take that and then you can run a call above it. So, anyways, I just wanted to point out some recent news about this stock. Okay, so right now they're undervalued, okay? And within just the last week, here are a few contracts that they've landed. Okay, most recent one, Tampa General Hospital. They've probably already been working with them. What Palantir likes to do is send out forward deployed engineers and they work with the company before actually inking a solid deal. But as of today, they're working with Tampa General Hospital. This is probably one of the top hospitals in the country. And I even reached out to a friend that lives in Tampa that works at a hospital, and I was asking her, "Hey, please tell me you're working with this company, with Palantir, because I would love to get some inside information." But unfortunately, she's over at St. Joseph's, which I don't know what they're using. So if anyone does know, put it in the comments. Let's contribute towards our knowledge of this company together. Another contract that they were just awarded is for $443 million with the CDC. Okay, and this is going to be to help prevent the next COVID by using data, and also they'll help with all the other type of diseases that we're always worried about, like monkeypox and RSV and all that jazz. So that's another huge contract. I mean, Palantir is getting contract after contract after contract. Here's another one. Palantir and Lockheed Martin. This one's with Apollo. This is their program, Apollo. I'm going to put a link to Palantir's website, and you can see everything that they offer. I'm also going to link all of these articles down below in the notes. So, and once you get involved too with a company like Lockheed Martin, that's such a sticky partnership. They're going to stay partners for a long time. And this is because Palantir has been working with the US government for decades now. And they're finally at this point with the relationship where they're just growing exponentially. You might not even be aware, but the reason why vaccines were distributed as efficiently as they were was because of Palantir. They were working with the US government. Here's another partnership, 10-year deal, Cleveland Clinic. Have you heard of it? Okay, that is another huge announcement. So, this is why I believe in Palantir. They're constantly having these partnerships, and they're growing and they're growing and they're growing. If you do a discounted cash flow model, you can set this company at like 20, even 15% growth, and you're gonna you there's just still so much room. You can how many X's can you imagine on your money? I'm not saying to invest in this company. I'm saying to research this company. And if you come to a point where you're like, wow, they got it going on, then if you truly feel compelled, buy some shares. But that's not financial advice whatsoever. So that is just a quick update on one of the stocks that I truly love, Palantir. Their stocker ticker is PLTR. If you like Palantir, please comment below and let me know what you like. Or if you don't like them, comment down below what you don't like about them. Is it Alex Karp's hair? Is it too wild? Is it his antsy personality? I mean, I prefer Alex Karp over SBF. That little Sam dude. Think about it. He's all jittery because he's on speed, and he acted like a little intellect. Where you actually have a true philosopher, Alex Karp, running a company who's antsy because he's probably thinking of quotes in multiple languages, especially in German, which I love because, I have so many family members that are German in my family. My wife's German. My grandfather's family's from Germany. That's why I go by Hair Tweet Cat, Herr. So, I love the dude. He went to college there. But anyways, so I know the stock market's been going up and down, so I just kind of popped a couple of notes um, onto this. So just remember, time in the market beats timing the market. It is impossible to time the market. I've said it before. If you meet someone that says I can predict the exact bottom of the market or the top of the market, you've just met a compulsive liar. That person you shouldn't be listening to. I mean, you can't time it. So just buy gradually when you can. And I wrote down here, buy the dip. I'm gonna jump. Best to buy the dip. Keep your money in the market. It means don't necessarily have to buy every day, but when it really drops, it drops over 6%. Yeah, add some shares. It drops 10%. Add a few shares. Because you're going to lower your average price. You're gaining more share value, market value. So then once this macro goes away and this stock that is undervalued, grossly undervalued for what they offer, it's going to pop. And that's why you can't time it, because when that happens, that's going to happen with just a few days. And once you miss it, you miss it. There's no going back. And we don't know when that's going to happen. Now, what will help us make a prediction is because 2022 has been so terrible, especially for retail investors. It's been really bad. And a retail investor is the average Joe or Jane that invests. They are considered retail. We're not the big banks. We're not the big brokerages. So a lot of stocks have been down 40 to 50%, 55%. A lot of small caps, which are smaller companies, are down 60 to 80%. I've seen stocks that are, some of them are down 90%, especially in the biotech area. Um, so 2023, going into 2023, these stocks are undervalued. So you got to really look for these deals. So do your research. You invest your time by putting in the research before you ever invest your money. Seriously, before you invest your money, spend a week, 2 weeks digging into some stocks. There's no rush. There's no rush right now, because once you're in it, that's when you just keep building up your portfolio. I think one of the things that we need to look for in companies in 2023, because we don't know exactly if there's going to be another recession, how choppy it's going to be, are interest rates going to be pausing? Are they going to maintain going up at 5%, or 50 points? Are they going to go up 75 points? When are they going to actually pause? When they pause, we're going to see a little bit of breathing room in the market. But one thing that we need to look for is an actual pivot. And I wanted to type actual pivot over and over again, but is there a point you're stressing that actually pivot? No, it's just, it needs to pivot. And the only way it pivots is we go from the Fed constantly raising rates like they have been. Flattening is not pivoting. Going down is pivoting. It's like when you're walking and you do an about face, you've pivoted your position and you're going the other direction. So that's what we need. And we got CPI data coming out December 13th. Market calendars. I think it comes out about 8:30. And then we have we know our interest rates on the 14th by the Fed. But that's just a quick update. I've ran too long. My TV is doing an update in the background, so I can't watch what I was going to watch. So I'm going to watch this Christmas movie, Christmas Story. I still have it on VHS. If you can guess how old I am, I will give you a major shout out on the next video. And oh no, I'll figure out a price. So guess how old I am. And I bought this movie at a Blockbuster. Look at that. In 2004. Anyways, and it even still has the whole please remember to rewind on it. But anyways, I think there's something about, for my generation, who's still Generation X, I think that there's just something about watching movies on the TV, and they might have a little bit of grain to it, or you have that beginning where it does this little sound touch, or the previews. I think it just kind of makes that movie a little bit more special, because it's like the anticipation of it going to start. And I use Netflix, we have Hulu, we got Disney, we have all that stuff, but it's just like on. But it's like something about the preview, rushing to get your drink or get your seat, turn off the lights or do something. It just kind of makes it just a more enjoyable experience of watching the movie. And I think that's kind of like why we used to go to movie theaters. You go, you pick out your seat, you get your snacks, the lights go down, you watch the previews, then you watch your movie. So it just I think it just taps into that for a lot of folks. So if you have a favorite old VHS or a Christmas movie, comment that down below as well. I think that's all I got to say. I hope everyone's doing wonderful. Hope everyone's staying healthy, staying safe. And please, if you know someone who might want to start a small portfolio, check out my videos that are all about the invest your lunch, because I'm literally investing lunch money just about every day, if not every other day, into a small portfolio, and we're going to grow that to about $3,000 to $5,000 in 1 year. So if you want to see how that's done, check out those videos. Please like and subscribe, and I cannot wait to talk to everyone later. Everyone have a wonderful evening or morning or afternoon whenever you're watching this. See ya.